Within the depths of your soul lies a shadow, an echo of all the pain, fear, and suffering that your past has imprinted upon you. To heal the most painful memories, you must embark on an inward journey, one that calls you to confront this shadow, not with fear, but with courageous awareness. The wounds you carry are not meant to be hidden or denied. They are invitations to deeper self-knowledge. Healing begins when you allow yourself to feel what you have long avoided, to listen to the whispers of your inner world without judgment. This means facing the memories that once made you withdraw, anger you, or feel unworthy. In doing so, you transform these wounds from prisons into gateways. You are not simply your past. You are the totality of your being, light and dark, joy and sorrow. By integrating the pain, you reclaim your power, your wholeness. The path to healing is the path of individuation, the process of becoming fully yourself by embracing all aspects of your psyche. Do not rush this process. Like the changing seasons, healing unfolds in its own time. But each step you take toward acceptance, each moment of compassionate self-reflection, brings you closer to liberation from the chains of old wounds. Remember, the past is a teacher, not a jailer. When you learn its language, you dissolve its power over you, and the soul begins to sing again in freedom and light. To heal the most painful memories of your past, you must begin by confronting the shadow within yourself. This shadow is not simply darkness or negativity. It is the part of your unconscious mind that holds everything you have rejected, denied, or pushed away in yourself. It is a reflection of your fears, your unresolved pain, and the parts of your character that you might find uncomfortable or even shameful. Yet, this shadow is not your enemy. It is an essential aspect of your being, waiting patiently for recognition and integration. When painful memories arise, there is often a natural urge to avoid or suppress them. They carry with them discomfort, sometimes overwhelming feelings of sadness, guilt, or anger. The impulse to turn away is strong, because facing these memories means revisiting wounds that you might have buried deep. But healing cannot happen in avoidance. The shadow insists on being seen and heard. It demands acknowledgement. Only by bringing these hidden parts into the light of your conscious awareness can you begin to dissolve their power over you. The process of confronting your shadow involves honest self-reflection and courage. It requires you to sit quietly with your inner world and be willing to observe the parts of yourself that you have denied. This might mean recognizing feelings of jealousy, bitterness, or vulnerability that you have labeled as weaknesses or flaws. It could involve recalling moments of failure, pain, or loss that you've tried to forget. You do not confront the shadow to condemn or judge yourself harshly, but to understand these parts as pieces of your whole self. Each painful memory and uncomfortable feeling holds a truth about your experience and your psyche that needs to be acknowledged. By naming these hidden parts, you take the first step toward reclaiming your power. The shadow thrives in secrecy and denial. It feeds off the energy of repression. When you refuse to acknowledge it, you give it space to influence your behavior unconsciously, often causing you to react in ways that feel confusing or self-sabotaging. You might find yourself trapped in cycles of destructive relationships, self-doubt, or anxiety without fully understanding why. Bringing the shadow into consciousness breaks this cycle. It transforms unknown, feared forces into known, manageable aspects of yourself. This confrontation is not an easy path. It may bring discomfort, emotional pain, and even fear of change. Yet, the invitation to face your shadow is also an invitation to freedom. To meet your shadow is to meet your true self in all its complexity. You begin to see that the parts of you that you feared or despised are simply parts of your humanity. The shadow contains creativity, strength, and hidden wisdom alongside its darkness. By embracing these elements, you open the door to growth and healing. The act of confronting the shadow can be supported through various practices. One way is to engage in reflective journaling, where you allow yourself to write freely about memories or feelings that arise without censoring or editing. This process helps bring unconscious material into the light. Another way is through mindful meditation, where you observe your thoughts and emotions as they come and go, cultivating a non-judge, mental awareness that can gently hold difficult feelings without being overwhelmed. Sometimes, creative expression such as art or music can also serve as a bridge to the unconscious, giving voice to what is hard to articulate in words. It is also important to recognize that confronting the shadow is not a one-time event, but a continuous process. Each new layer of pain or denial you uncover invites deeper inquiry and integration. With time, what once felt unbearable or shameful can become a source of insight and resilience. You learn to hold contradictions within yourself, such as strength and vulnerability, light and darkness, joy and sorrow, without needing to reject any part. This growing wholeness enriches your life and relationships, allowing you to respond to challenges from a place of grounded awareness. At the heart of confronting the shadow is the realization that healing the past does not mean erasing or forgetting it. Instead, it means coming to terms with what happened and integrating those experiences into your life story with acceptance. The painful memories you carry have shaped you, but they do not define you entirely. By facing the shadow, you reclaim your narrative and bring conscious choice into how you relate to your history. As you develop the habit of confronting your shadow, you will notice a gradual change in how you experience yourself and the world. Old fears begin to lose their grip. Patterns of avoidance or denial loosen. You become more compassionate with yourself and others, recognizing that everyone carries a shadow, everyone wrestles with inner conflicts. This compassion softens the harsh judgments that often accompany painful memories and opens the door to forgiveness both toward yourself and those connected to your past pain. This journey inward also expands your capacity for authentic connection. When you bring your shadow into the light, you become more honest and transparent in your relationships. You no longer feel the need to hide your wounds or pretend to be whole all the time. Instead, you create space for genuine vulnerability, which fosters deeper intimacy and trust. Healing painful memories through shadow work, therefore, is not only a personal process, but one that ripples outward, transforming how you engage with the world. Ultimately, confronting the shadow is a courageous act of self-love. It means accepting yourself as you are, with all your imperfections and complexities, rather than striving for an impossible ideal of perfection or denial. It invites you to recognize that healing is not about fixing what is broken, but about embracing your wholeness, including the broken parts. By doing so, you step into a fuller, more authentic life, liberated from the chains of the past and open to the richness of the present moment. This path calls for patience and kindness toward yourself. Some days will be easier than others, and some memories will feel heavier to face. Yet every time you return to this practice, you build strength and resilience. The shadow's hold loosens, and light begins to penetrate the darkness within. You discover that your past, with all its pain, can be a source of profound wisdom and transformation. By confronting your shadow, you not only heal the most painful memories of your past, you reclaim your power to shape your future. You become an alchemist of your own soul, turning pain into insight, suffering into growth, and shadow into light. This is the essence of true healing.